As Frank Gehry rightly said, architecture should speak of its time and place, but yearn for timelessness. However, characterized by strong chromatism, long dynamic lines that suggest speed and movement, Futurist architecture was born in Italy in the early 20th century as a part of the artistic movement, Futurism. In today's video, we will be showing you the most advanced futuristic upcoming projects. Without further ado, let's begin. Residential Towers, Vancouver. Heatherwick Studios, famous for Vessel, Honeycomb Staircase in New York, and Mori Building in Japan have revealed yet another forward-thinking and futuristic project. The Residential Towers at Vancouver, Canada, that features two curving towers placed on a mixed-use podium comprising about 400 housing units. The shaping of communities plays an important role, and this project aims to tackle this on three different scales: the public, urban design, the building, architecture, and the human, interior design. For each of these three scales, Unstudio devised a strategy that both establishes unique experiences and caters to future users. Link multiple functions, thus becoming a new local center and a multi-layered new public stepping stone within the urban fabric. However, an unlikely combination of elegantly curved structural members runs along with the vertical cutting across angular floor plates. Overflowing green balconies and vibrant public spaces at the base invite interaction at a community level, contrasting the very issue that similar towers face. Crystal Space City, LEGO. CAA architects in LEGO China have teamed up to put forth an idea for a futuristic floating city in space. Also, the designer Liu Howie has placed a large urban center over a spacecraft below, surrounded by a gravitational field controlled by AI. The project combines a city, an oasis, and an energy power system together. The design aspires to pave the way for an ideal human habitat of the future. The project acts as a carrier that can move and travel around the universe without exhausting its energy reserves. Force majeure Futura. For a future that includes the consequences of climate change, food deserts, resource depletion, and destructive human patterns, Gene Schultz Design Studio has coined the idea of a matrix of pods high above the ground for a post-pandemic middle school. The idea addresses social distancing, health, and sanitation, in addition to the above, through a pre-programmed transit system, soaring classrooms, and controlled environments. Aquaria, Rio de Janeiro. Belgian architect Vincent Calabot envisaged a futuristic floating city. Though the idea of a floating city is familiar to us, this city stands out with its concept of repurposing plastic sea trash using 3D printing technology. Massive domes made from algae and garbage collected from the Pacific Garbage Patch off the coast of Rio de Janeiro. Domes that resemble the bioluminescent jellyfish that the idea draws its name from, Aquaria Victoria, and jellyfish-inspired subaquatic hubs are some of the distinctive features. The Aquaria would house science labs, offices, hotels, fields, and farms across 250 floors, and the underwater eco-villages could house up to 20,000 people each. Seawater would be desalinated for drinking. The light would be provided through bioluminescence, and microalgae would be used to recycle organic waste. Sounds quite like the package. Vertical Park, San Jose. Architect Lynn Congren draws inspiration from the idea of unity and historical continuity. Also, for the circular shape of the conceptual Vertical Park, San Jose, California. Therefore, the project aims to reconnect man and nature through a huge loop, using a combination of architecture, parks, and sculpture. Congren and Crocs explained that San Jose wanted to establish a new image in the new century, and the design hopes to symbolize a new beginning in the city. With close connections to Silicon Valley, the project was made to be a public artwork and communal space to observe the city and enjoy nature in the Vertical Park. The project is grounded in ideas of world unity, ecology, and global integration, as it looks to the future of urban parks and land use. Gehry Project, Toronto. The Pritzker Prize winner, Frank Gehry has revealed yet another project from up his sleeve. Two towers minus 302m and 266m in height will soon add a dynamic component to the city's skyline depending on the viewer's position in the city. The architect has designed the towers in such a way that they have a personality of their own, and yet appear to be in conversation with one another. With the tower's irregular volumes and angle positioning, the two volumes and the void between them will be ever shifting as viewers gradually move around the city. This transforming effect will be further amplified by the complex pattern geometries and materiality of the facade. The architecture will appear to be fluid and undulating, dynamically transforming even as the metal reflects the changing sunlight throughout the day. The line, Saudi Arabia. A linear megacity copiously powered by renewable energy has been proposed by Saudi Arabia around the end of January 2021. Therefore, a net-zero and pollution-free series of walkable communities for 1 million people with no cars or streets is visualized. However, the project locates essential facilities within a 5-minute walking radius of the housing units designed along with nature. An alternative urban design solution that intends to combine the best of both worlds, a blend of industries, technology, and rustic beauty of the countryside. Located on a 4.6 square kilometer site outside Chengdu, the capital of Sichuan province. Moreover, the city will be home to multiple new universities, labs, and offices. Chengdu Future Science and Technology City. OMA's Office for Metropolitan Architecture. Master plan is dictated by the geography and topography of the site, and will be divided into 6 clusters that are car-free and accessible by foot within 10 minutes. One cluster will have a circular building transport hub. The design for the educational part features curvilinear buildings with green terraces that complement the hilly landscape. Dutch architectural firm Office for Metropolitan Architecture and Hamburg-based Jurk and Marr and Partners GMP was recently announced as the winners of the Chengdu Future Science and Technology City Launch Area Master Plan and Architecture Design Competition. This 80,000 square meters building will be the heart of academic life with a university library, student center, auditoriums, laboratories, and offices. With this project, we hope to provide an alternative to the typical master plan, which is based on the traditional car-oriented road network. We intend to create a design rooted in the geography of the site. Train station in the forest, Jiaxing, China. Train station in the forest covers an area of 35.4 hectares and aims to rebuild the historic station while putting together a new infrastructural annex underground. Mad architects, led by Ma Yansong, have drawn inspiration from the city's historic and cultural contexts. Focused on the human scale, the architecture underground is open and bright. The station's commercial functions will be underground, while the sunken courtyards connect the space to the parkland above. So guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. For more interesting content, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Have a nice day, and I will see you in the next video.